like.
Yeah.
I'll do my little intro for the people.
Yeah, sound of the intro, and then what we'll do is obviously just you fire the questions what I've just put out there about the Decca and the
Yeah, we're live now. We're live.
We're live, yeah?
TV here. Hey, live, ladies and gents. Dean Lynch Ward, Monday Night Raw. Hit the like button on the way in, ladies and gents. Hit the like. We've got 100 straight away.
Right, we're raw and uncut, man. So, how's things, Exposure? How's things, mate?
Good, man. Good. Yourself?
Nah,
We've just been having a little bit chat then, like, haven't we? But
yeah,
it's always nice to tell Tata.
A lot of people are going to be intrigued to see, obviously, the video that went up today. And I'll just kind of sum up a few things. So today, we'll start with Danny Chris Packet, and then we'll start with Danny Chris Packet and Decca Heggie. Let's just say it how it is. They're not from the northwest. They're from fucking wherever they're from, mate. They're backwards. They're
Carlisle. Hey.
Listen, you got to look at this. Decca Heggie, if he was in Manchester for being a nonce alone, he'd have been fucking done a long time ago, right? You got Danny Chris Packet that battered his own mum. Now let me sum it up for you. You've got Decca that's a known woman beater, and you've got Danny Chris Packet that's a known fucking woman beater, mother beater. So you're dealing with two fucking wrongins, wrongin v wrongin. And then these guys have got the cheek to shout my name on the platform. You muppets keep my name out of your mouth, because let me tell you something. If Danny Christie was in my town, in North Manchester, and I'm going to say this straight, and this is going for many others as well. If he was in North Manchester and mentioned my name, I wouldn't even have to do anything, and he'd be run out of my fucking city. But these guys, you know what it is? It's all clicks and views, and like you're saying, playtime's over with these. I mean, you know, and that's why people want to know what the video is. Every time I do a video, Danny Chris Packet has to pipe up.
Yeah, why is he? I wondered why. I wondered if he's ever had any beef. Not he's ever had no personal beef with him.
Do you know what it is? I've never had no. Danny Christie could never personal beef with me, neither could Decca.
No, he's ever had a row or anything.
Never had a row, and you know what it is? He's a little snake. But I'll tell you the reason being. When they had the fight in Manchester, they was under fucking manners. Danny Christie left the car with Paul Venice, right? And halfway home, they made the phone call. Don't know if we phoned Paul Venice or they phoned us, and he was apologising. Sorry, lads, for out of line. He was full of apologies. He come down to this, yeah, how much of a muppet he is, yeah. He come to Manchester to a podcast to me and tried telling me that when he was growing up, he was the lead Duffy of Carlisle. Have you ever heard so much shit in your He said he was
you know this Lee Duffy? I'd never even heard of him until like about a year ago on this YouTube, lad. I don't even know who he is, lad.
Let me tell you something. There's probably a lead Duffy.
There's a million them in here, Manny and Liverpool, lad. There's millions in them, lad.
100%, mate. The lead Duffy, like it's a thing. No disrespect to the guy. Yeah. Come on, mate. Manx, but this is the thing, and then you've got listen, and then you got Decca now that's attached himself onto the fucking the biggest grasses in the travelling community, which is the Dochertys. Now this one here, yeah, this one here is gonna go fucking haywire because I've just got to say it how it is, yeah. Paddy Ward is an out and out, right? Paddy Docherty, yeah, he's an out and out grass. He got run out of Manchester for being a snitch. Now for some reason.
Is that the one off the telly you're on about, team? The one that's always been on the telly and all that? The one who's a big brother? That one?
Yeah.
Paddy's always Yeah.
The one goes to the cave village rubbing cream all over himself.
Yeah. Where do they live now, Dean?
You know what? He's down in Wales, Wales down that neck of the woods, and he's just a grass. He's an out and out grass, but I'm going to touch on it. So what's happened now? I spoke to Decca for the rematch. So I've politely come out and said, let's have the rematch. He's then come back and for some reason wanted to align himself with the Dochertys as if there's something special. So obviously he said, well, maybe Dougie will come out and fight Douglas. Let me just say something. Douglas in a 12-foot space, no matter what people say, the same size ring I fought Decca Heggie in, Douglas Docherty gets knocked out in that ring, yeah, inside of 3 minutes. I guarantee that now. If he stands and bangs, it'll be inside of 3 minutes. If he dances about, it'll be inside of 6 minutes, and that's a fact. And I'm not gassing my cousin. I just know what my cousin can do, and I know what Dougie will do to him in that small.
Decca talking to them now, team. Is Decca will talk to anyone that picks him up and says he's not an nonce, won't he?
That's it. But
hey, all you're going to do is just say he's not an nonce, lad, and then he'll make a video shouting you out saying you're the best channel ever and you're the best people, isn't it?
some of the Dochertys up for one, right? They've been known to be grasses. The proof's out there, right? We've got the statements of them. They've come to Crown Court to snitch on my cousin. They've then left court, been run out of Manchester, and now they've let our nonce align themselves to their name. How bad is that? We put the nonce to the other side of our name when we found out what he was. They've now let the nonce align themselves to them. So what's that telling you about them?
Yeah. I don't know anything about them.
Oh, I'll tell you
Are they for money as well, Dean? Them Dochertys, are they for money?
Yeah, well, Paddy was from Manchester until he turned grass. He got run out of Manchester. Now, what you got to remember is now, Decca's aligned himself to them to get out the rematch. Why would you want to get, if I'm that much of an easy fight, why would you want to get out the rematch? I'm the one that's called for it. And then you've got Danny Chris Packet. Danny Chris Packet, every time I make a video, he comes on the back of me and makes a video. Do you understand what I mean? Now, I'm not being funny. If any of them Dochertys have got any sense about them, which they haven't got no fucking sense, they wouldn't let Decca shout their name across fucking and do a video on them and shout their name across fucking Facebook messengers if there's something special. Douglas Docherty here is a little rat tramp boy bastard. Let me tell you what he done. Do you know did you see the fight? He had a fight the other day and everyone was raving about it. Did you see it?
I've seen it, yeah. I've seen the fight.
Do you know what he was fighting for?
No, I only read off on your video. Apparently, was he playing away or something? Someone's played or something.
Playing away with a guy's woman. So if you're playing away with a guy's woman, you've got the cheek to come out and fight with him. What kind of shit is that, man? This is what you're dealing with, inbred bastards. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, and Decca's aligned themselves to this now as if they're the big I am. So when I've done that video today, the point what I'm getting at, listen, a few months ago, it kicked off a few months ago with the Dochertys, and apparently John Docherty was coming from London to fight me from London. He's still not here, mate. I went to London the other day. I got there and back in 24 hours, and I stayed over there and come back the next day. This cunt here, mate, was talking 3 months later, and he's still not here. And I'm not joking.
Your laugh's better than mine, hey.
I know, but this is the point what I'm saying, lad. And Decca's aligned themselves to these people as if it's something great, as if he's got some super protection.
Hey, what's this? The way he sent someone a message about his kids or something. Is that been on? Is that been to them Dochertys? Is that who it is? His message, and they've shared it. Is it?
Yeah, now basically what's happened. So when I've said to Decca blocked me on Instagram, yeah, because he's a faggot. He's a full-blown faggot. He's a shitbag. If I'm like work, yeah, I turned up half cut when I fought him. I'd been on fucking bending and all that shit.
You can tell, Dean, that you hadn't trained for that, couldn't you? You knew, you know what I mean?
Exactly, but the point of what I'm saying is he should have put me away. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't put me away.
Yeah.
He thinks by aligning himself to the dirty lowlights of the travelling community, yeah, the Dochertys, the low. He thinks by aligning himself to them that he's gonna do something great. Do you know what I mean? Now what you got to remember is that if you look at it like this, so I've messaged Decca and I'm saying we're getting this rematch on. He started trying to go a bit gangster in the messages, and then next minute he said maybe Doug. Yeah, so then he said in one of the messages he put, maybe Dougie will turn up for Douglas at the same day I fight you. I said, is that right?
Really?
I said, yeah. I said, is that right? He said, yeah. And he said, we know about cars. We know about you getting run over in cars and this and that. I said, mate, I said, tell Paddy. So I sent a message back saying, tell Paddy Ward. By the way, yeah, Paddy his name's Ward, yeah. But the Ward, he's not good enough to carry our name, so he has to carry Docherty. Yeah, his name's Paddy Ward. But
are you related to them? Are they different wards to you, Paddy did?
I don't think Paddy knows which ward he is. He just knows his name's Paddy Ward. I know which ward I just say how it is with fucking fools. So what I'm saying to you is, Decca wants to align himself. So Decca now thinks he's got a bit of structure with these. So obviously, I've said to Decca, what do you mean? I said, I said, Douglas will not be able to fight. He can't stand with Dougie. Trust me, he can't. He might be able to dance. He can dance around Dougie all day long because that's what he's a dancing queen. He's a good dancing partner. But when it comes to banging, he won't stand with Dougie. And I put that across to Decca, and Decca sent a message back, say with Dougie's daughter's name in the message. So I said, what do you mean by that? And then he sent an emoji with a face if to go like, oh shit, you kind of emoji. So we screenshotted it and we screen recorded it as well, so we couldn't get out of it. So obviously that shit. So, why would you tell me? He's
known for doing stuff like that, though, Dean. He's a bad troll, isn't he? He's got loads of trolls. That's Decca Heggie is for an army of trolls, lad. Proper.
But what you got to remember is zero exposure. All you got to look at is why. If me and you are man to man and we're having an argument, right? Yeah. Why would you mention Why would you mention my daughter's name, or why would I mention
You
your
don't
daughter's
even
name?
bring kids into it, lad, do you? Or women and that. You don't even bring that shit into it if you're proper, you know what I mean?
And you know the thing is, the little girl, yeah, has got a name that's kind of a distinctive name. It's not a name that stands out. So he's thought about that name. He's thought about that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what you got to remember is, listen, Decca and Danny Packet, when they come to Manchester, there was under manners, and I showed them a bit of respect because I felt a bit tight. You know, they've had the fight. You've got to show these guys respect. They've then gone back to Carlisle and made it look how they've come to Manchester and had the fight, and they've done this big, great thing. I'm not being funny, lad. If you was in Manchester, look, you're from Liverpool exposure, and you're one of the boys. You can tell that, right? What ratings would you give your next door neighbour if he beat his mum up and he's your boy? You wouldn't give him no ratings, would you?
Just be a wrong money.
Exactly, you're the wrong one. So now you understand when I do a video, you got all the wrong ones now that start doing videos of me, but you got.
I'm not saying he's I don't know him personally to call him a wrong, you know what I mean? But like, it's not normal behaviour, is it? Like, you know what I mean?
Ask me a question. Would you hit your own mother?
Never, ever. Wouldn't even think of it.
Right, well there you go then. So everyone that's watching this live, yeah, whether you like me or not, look at your own mother. Look at your own mother right now, or think of your own mother, and imagine hitting your own fucking mother. You wouldn't do it. So that's for me, you're a wrong. You're in the same category as Decca heggie. Yeah, Decca heggie might be a lot of things, but I couldn't see Decca hitting his own mother. I couldn't see him doing that. Do you understand what I mean? And then let alone with that Douglas Docherty. Douglas Docherty is a child killer. He killed a fucking baby. You know, all this stuff here gets brushed under the carpet. So what me and Dougie are up against, we're up against wrong-uns. Full-on fucking wrong-uns. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I said I want to get it all out there tonight. So my video, listen, New Year is going to be a new year. It's going to be our year. The 3D Fight Club, right, is growing at a fucking fantastic rate. Exposure. It'd be nice to get you down there. You know,
let's go, yeah.
It'd be nice, you know, get down there, you know, and like you're saying, so I understand the pain of Decca and Danny Christie at the back of their head at the same time, is because you got to look at it. They feel mugged off, and they have been mugged off because they've come here and fought, and then we built a platform. We built a platform pretty much, not just on the back of them, because we had the idea anyway. They just helped us kickstart it, and then they've aligned themselves to our enemies because they've got nowhere to turn to. But our enemies can't even do fuck all. They send boys out to do a man's job, sent back packing. Do you understand what I mean? And like I said, you know, I'm gonna put the message
Hey, so
out there.
see the thing, Dean, sorry to interrupt you. So see the thing with Danny Christie. So, you know when he just done that video out of the blue, is it today? You don't talk like on the phone to each other or nothing like that, so is it like you've had a little row and he's just made that out of the blue?
He just made that out of the blue, but what Danny Christie's got to realise is, I'm going to say it straight, Danny, keep my name out your fucking mouth, right? I'm going to tell you the reason why. You don't know me. You must think, because what these guys think, they think because you're on the platform and you put yourself on YouTube, you're the same as them. But on YouTube, you actually are the same as them. But we all know when it gets dark, people's asses twitch. That's it. You're I'm from Manchester. If you don't like what we've got, we're from the city in the UK. If you don't like it, get fucked and what? It's as simple as that. Now what you got to remember is we're not fucking sheep shaggers down here, lad. We're from the fucking heart of it. So I'm going to tell them, keep the name out of my mouth, because this is the way it's going to go. I want the rematch with Decca again. I can get Decca up to fight me next year. 110% in a rematch. I know what I'll do. Now let me say something. I know 100%, and it hurts me to say it. Dougie saved Decca from Danny Christie. That's a fact. Danny Christie annihilated him in that fight. It's out there, annihilated him. As much as Danny's got an issue with me that we are going to address.
Yeah, Danny won. He won that fight, didn't he? Dougie saved him, didn't he? Dougie saved Decca.
Dougie saved Decca. Let me tell you something. Dougie, yeah, pretty much threw it on Danny for Danny to shake Decca's hand. Yeah. So when Decca was on about he had this draw, he had that draw, he didn't get a draw. Danny Christie battered him hands down. Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Like Decca had to train 6 months for me, solid, which he did. He put me down on the floor 3 times. Everyone's seen it. I got back up and carried on fighting. Come on, you're meant to be a big guy. I should have got knocked off. I've been hit off harder people and been in worse and stunned in worse states. And then he come out and said he'd done a video and I can take a dig, and he hit me with his best shot. So if that's your best shots, why do you think I'm knocking on the door for the rematch?
Did he feel every hand in team when he connected with you, like, or was it just that you were just wearing shape?
You know what it felt like? I felt like I got him punched off a guy that wanks all the time.
Yeah. Hey, what's all them videos about it, lad? Have you seen all them wanking videos he's got, lad? Imagine, if you were getting accused of being a nonce, lad. The last thing you'd do is be sending wanking videos to people, innit? And he's still out now, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Mate, but now you can understand why he's like aligned himself to the Dochertys, because that's like Paddy Docherty's style. Like, do you know what I mean? They go gay village and all that, don't they? Getting cream rubbed on them and all sorts of transvestites and that. And obviously, fucking, it runs in their family. You know, there's a lot going on that side of the fence. So I can understand why Decca's aligned. So you know yourself, if you're a wrong'un, you can only align yourself to a wrong'un. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing. I've got 2 wrong'uns now running on the back of my name. I do a video. I don't even mention Danny Chris Packet, the Chris Packet really. And then he fires straight on my videos if I'm a fucking sausage. These guys have got to realise there's levels to this. And how you going to look at it is like this. I want the rematch with Decca Heggie in the new year. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. And when I said I'll fight Decca this Sunday, I'll fight Decca this Sunday under one condition, that he brings that little fucking ugly munchkin out with him, that fucking weird shaped man, Douglas. Have you ever seen that Douglas Dockett? What he looks like? He looks upside down.
No, only on the video when he was fighting Juggy.
I seen him once with his top off. He looks back to front. His legs should be where his arms are, and his arms should be where his legs are. He's a weird, horrible, ugly looking cunt. And he's got the cheek to have an affair with another man's woman. Who the fuck would want to sleep with that? Have you seen it? Oh man,
No, I haven't seen it.
I can't wait till our Dougie puts his jaw to the other side of it. I don't think our Dougie could beat him up any more uglier than what he already is.
Hey, that's a fight that'll sell tickets. That though, innit? See, they need to do that in an arena. They make money on it.
You know what it is? Douglas, you see with Douglas, he'll pull out all the stops. If you said we'll do it in an arena, do it in a venue and everything else like that, Douglas won't say that. Douglas knows. He knows. He's just thriving off the back of it. I mean, look, he come out the other day and he fought the other day against George the other day, right? And you know what? Fair play to George. He turned up, and you can see George is not easy, but you could see, you know, you're either a boxer or you're either a boxer, mate, or you're not a boxer. And you could see that George isn't a boxer. He's a rough kid, and you know he come to fight.
Yeah.
But fair play to the man. The man turned up. He got out of on leave on jail, turned up, fought, went back to jail, and got sent back to closed conditions. Now what you've got to remember is and this isn't no disrespect to George, but George isn't Dougie Joyce. Do you understand what I mean? I'm just saying, listen, I've sparred my cousin in the gym. I've been around him a long time. I've sparred him in the gym. I've trained alongside him when he was in camp for the Douglas fight. And obviously for me, what I was disappointed at in the fight there, Dougie didn't get a chance to showcase what he can do because Douglas didn't want it. He just kept dancing about, and he was dancing about against George. You seen it?
What did they both weigh? Hey, what did the 2 Juggies weigh? Doherty and your Dougie Joyce? What did they weigh, team?
I think in the first fight, they're both touching about 13 stone, 13 and a half stone. So you're talking about 85, 90 kilos. I think in the second fight, which it does have to happen. I think, to be fair, I think my Dougie came in too light on that fight. I think in the second fight, I think if Dougie stays where he's at now, probably around about 15 stone, maybe 14 and a half. He looks bigger now, doesn't he? Yeah, I'd say if Dougie drops down to about 14 and a half stone, I think Douglas. For me, I think Douglas coming at the same weight because he carried the same weight in the first fight. But what I really do believe is that Douglas, it doesn't matter what size Douglas comes in that fucking ring, in that small ring, he's going to get pummeled. Believe me, he is. You know, I'm not just saying it because obviously I'm having my cousin's back. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that as being a fighting man and knowing the fight game, he will get pummeled. And he knew that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the stops out there. When you got to look at it like this, if you look at us, we're always out here and we'll put out. You there, mate? Yeah.
Yeah, me, bro. You hear me? Oh, I think we lost him. Let's see if he's backstage. Yes, people, I think we've lost him. Evening all, nearly 500 watching. He'll come back on now, I think, people. Put the link out, just in case you need the link here. It's just getting interesting, ladies and gents. Hope you're all enjoying the show, ladies and gents. Hit the like button on the way in if you could. Yeah, we've got Ian back.
Yes, mate. You there? Sorry
yes, Ian.
Yeah, so what I was basically saying is, look, you've got to kind of look at it like this. You know, you've got to kind of look at it like this. In that first fight, when he fought George, the other way as well, when George fought Douglas, you know, he lost a tooth and he got broken ribs in that fight, and that was off. Like I said, no disrespect to George, because George is a good man for what he was fighting for as well. Fair play to the guy. You know what I mean? I stand by George all day long. But what the point what I'm getting at is that in that fight, Douglas lost a tooth, broke his hand, and got broken ribs in that fight. And like I said, George isn't Dougie. Do you know what I mean? And And it should be fair, in the first fight, I'm going to sum it up, right? There was 2 battlegrounds that was chosen for the first fight against Douglas and Duggar, yeah?
Yeah.
So basically what happened is the first battleground was a small space, not too small, but small enough for Dougie to pin him down. And Douglas turned around and said, if the fight's in that space there, I'm not fighting Dougie Joyce. So then obviously Dougie had to fight his fight the next day. Dougie didn't check the battlegrounds. He just turned up on the day before, stayed at the hotel and turned up to fight. He didn't know the size of the battleground. When he's got there, mate, the fucking battleground was bigger than fucking Man City's football pitch. Well, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what? And I'm not being funny. Yeah? Douglas Docherty covered the whole side of the battleground. He didn't want to stand and bang. And this is the thing, man.
You know when they stopped fighting in the first fight, they shook hands and all that. Was the beef squashed then?
The beef was it was semi-squashed to an extent, but what you've got to remember is,
but they both weren't satisfied because no one's won, you reckon, or with all the talk.
Look, realistically, look, you tell me.
They're both competitive, aren't they? Hey.
No, Douglas pretends he is. You'll see the difference in the second fight. The only thing he's good. The only thing he's good at competing with is fucking sleeping with people's wives. They're dirty.
Yeah, you know more than us, like.
Yeah, I know.
As that other one, you know, that Docherty, has he had any boxing fights in it? Does he box like professional, or is it semi-pro or amateurs or anything?
I think they've all boxed, they've all done their little bit, but don't get Douglas twisted, you know, the man, you know, he can box, but there's a difference between, you know, boxing and, you know, and you know, he has done his bit of boxing, you can see he's pretty skilled, and apparently his brother
you can see he can box.
His brother's meant to be a boxer, the one that was meant to be coming to fight me, but I think he's still on the M6.
Who's his brother's name? What's his brother's name?
Oh, he's just another. Oh, he's a fat. You ought to see him. I've never seen a man. I don't know how he thinks he can fight me. You ought to see how fat he is, mate. He's just like a fat, dirty, ugly telly tupper.
Has he done call-out videos and not calling you out and that?
Nah, he said the last video I'd done, he said he's 18 stone. He was ready to come out and fight one of our sides. So I done a video straight back and said, I'll fight you. And then next minute I didn't hear nothing, and then he was on. And then I heard a couple of days after that he was on the M6 coming to fight me for the dirty goal. Do you remember the video I put out for the dirty goal?
Yeah, I think so. It was a while back.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like I said, so I said I'm ready for the dirty goal. I didn't hear anything after that. Listen, win, lose or draw, Dean Lynch Ward and Dougie Joyce will come out. We'll come out 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. And if you're lucky, we'll do it twice on Wednesday as well.
Hey, look, no one can take her away from you. Look, you hear all these people, you know, saying, oh, Decca battered you and all this. Listen, you turned up for that fight. It was clear you hadn't trained. But you still got in there, and he knocked you down 3 times, and you got up and carried on. If you weren't a fighter, you would have stayed down the first time. You showed that you're a fighter. You got up 3 times. Do you get me? And we still wanted to carry on. Do you get me?
And you know what I learned that day? And that's where Danny...
That's what I can say.
And that's why Danny Christie got heartbroken, because, you know, I'm not meant to get back up. I was meant to go there and get knocked clean. I'll never have... all day long, but what I'm saying, I'm not going to say...
You could have stayed down. If you weren't a fighter, Dean, you would have just lads out, stayed off the first time you got knocked down and said, that's enough. Do you get me? You got back up 3 times. You showed you got a bit of art. Do you get me?
And that's why I said when we're going back about the Johnny Docherty one, the one that was meant to be coming from London. You know what I learned that day? If you've got a hit on... Stop me, that was me at 40%. If you want to beat me, you've got to hit a lot harder than Decca, and Decca's a fucking... Don't take it away. Yeah, he's a nonce. He's a dirty wrong'un that I am going to fight again. Let's make that clear. But let's not take it away. You know, the man, in it comes to the fight game, he's not a fool. Yeah? And what I realised that day, for Decca heggie, yeah, if you want to fight me and beat me, at 40%, you've got to hit harder than Decca heggie, because I've proven I can get hit off one of the toughest, get up and keep coming, and that's me out of shape.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Now, what you've got to look at there is that, well, in the terms of going back to like the fights, so the fights that are going to be scheduled for next year is this. And I know Danny Christie, he'll be watching this, so I don't want I'm not going to do no back and forth, because I told you I'm not about views or anything else. I'll always turn up and fight. But I'm going to make one thing clear. I want Decca heggie first in the new year. Yeah? After Decca heggie, if you want it with me, Chris Packett, I'll fight Danny Christie. And I say it open and I'm man of my word. I'll fight you after Decca heggie. But I want to get rid of that wrong'un first, and I'm happy to fight you, because in my eyes, you're both fucking wrong'uns. You battered your mother. You fucking apparently are nonce kids and fucking do wanking videos to fucking girls. Simple as that. The proof's out there for everyone to see. And all of that, you've drugged, and the fight I want to see after that. And what I'm saying, I'll say this openly, because we stand on everything we say. We don't fear no one. We don't back down. We're in Manchester every single day. Manchester's our city. If any of the Dochertys any of fucking Decca's aligned himself to, or Danny Chris Packet have got an issue and they want to see us before the year's out, you come to Manchester any day of the week, get in contact with me or Duggar, and we'll address you anywhere. Yeah, but if you come to us, you're being addressed on our fucking terms. We aren't sick of playing these fucking games. Listen, we get told, and I don't even know, Decca's aligned himself to the Dochertys so we don't have to take the rematch.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You're meant to be a fighting man. We all know you're a nonce. I'm not being funny. If I listen, look, exposure. If I would have nonced you off the way I nonced you off,
You'd want to fight you, wouldn't you? You'd fucking want to fight you.
But if I'm as easy as what I'm made out to be, then why not fight? An easy fight me because you fight me. Simple as that. You know, Danny Chris Packet, if you've got an issue with me, come to Manchester. Well, to be fair, with Danny Chris Packet, if he came to Manchester, he probably wouldn't leave Manchester. Do you understand?
Would you fight? Hey, Gene, you know, the BKFC offered you a contract to fight on there against Danny. Would you fight him?
The only person who'd fight on BKFC is Andy Batewell because he's a little rat. But listen, at the end of the day, why would I fight on BKFC when we've got 3D Fight Club?
Yeah, you got your own promotion. Speaking of which, Gene, you're got an event on the 9th, isn't it?
Yeah, but listen, we've got a massive event on the 9th, and this is the thing. If you look at it, you imagine how fucking Paddy Ward feels and well, he's not good enough to carry the name Ward. You know what I mean? He don't know which Ward he is, to be fair. But if you look at it like this, you've got Paddy Docherty and the Dochertys, yeah. Every time you look on the social media or the YouTube or the social media platform, all he sees Dean Lynch, Ward, Dougie Joyce, 3D Fight Club. Then you've got Danny Christie that shed blood. You've got the mother beater that fought the woman beater, yeah. And then obviously imagine how all these people are feeling. So what you got to remember is Dean Lynch Ward understands your pain, guys. But let me tell you something. I'm the same as Exposure. The man's from Liverpool. I'm from Manchester. If you don't like what I say and don't like the way I go about things, I'm going to say one thing to you: and what? And if you want to do something about it, come to Manchester. North Manchester is my city. And I'll tell you what, yeah, I stand for my people in North Manchester. It's as simple as that. So these muppets, these little fucking inbred bastards, yeah. And you know what I'm reverting to? The Dochertys on fucking, you know, Decca align himself to them. I can't get my head around it. It's like wronging. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck? Oh, honest to God, yeah. Do you know when you went up there to fucking Scotland? Decca went out of Scotland. Do you know what I mean? But the thing that pissed me off up there is why did it take him so long to run him out? He's a fucking wronging. We're dealing with wrongings, but you automatically think when you jump on these YouTube platforms, yeah. These guys think when you're on these YouTube platforms, you're the same as them. Come on, man, I'm not being funny here. They can come to North Manchester or even Manchester and talk shit about the way I guarantee tonight, right, after this live, yeah, I guarantee there's another 5 videos on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow is going to be good.
You know the thing is, though, no matter where you go in the United Kingdom, you'll always see a man called a Scout, so you'll never see a fucking Carlisle or any of them.
Yeah, we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
And that's what
same in all the jails as well, lad.
That's it, but that's what breaks their heart because they can't do nothing about it. It's as simple as that. I mean, look, you got to look at it like fucking. And what you got to remember is now, Decca is a full blown wronging. You went up to Carlisle.
Yeah, that's blatant.
You know, you went up to his. Right, let me tell you something. If Decca comes to your door in Liverpool, what's going to happen to him? You're going to deal with him.
He wouldn't go out of the state. Like, I wouldn't even say on him, but he wouldn't go out of the state. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. So this is the message I'm putting. Douglas, Docker, if you want to fight my Duggar, get yourself all fixed up. Dougie will happily address you, but it's happening in a small ring, no fucking big dancing fucking around like fucking fairies. Yeah. If you want to fight the man, yeah, if you want to fight the man that you keep running on the back of his name, he's happy to address you, but you're gonna fight him this time on his terms. Yeah. You'll fight him on his terms. But I'm going to tell you one thing, Douglas. You know, and everyone else knows that Dougie Joyce isn't George. I'm just making that clear. No disrespect to you, Georgia, but I'm just going to make that clear. Decca, and this is to you. I want the rematch with you, nothing else. If I'm that easy and you smash me up and you done this and you done that, why not rematch me? Don't make videos to people. And listen, Danny Christie, keep my name out of your mouth because you're just another fucking wronging. Yeah, playtime's over with you little pricks. And what you got to remember is if you want it, keep it off YouTube. New Year, I'm not going to entertain no one now over Christmas because I'm going to enjoy my Christmas with my kids and my family, and I'm going to have a good time. And in the New Year, I'm going to get Decca out of the way, and then Danny Chris Packet, I will be in touch, and I will fight you because you think you're something special. But I'll tell you something now, boys, and this is to all three of the names I've just mentioned. Do not get caught slipping in my side of Manchester, because every single one of you will have your fight careers ended before we meet in the middle. It's as simple as that. Right, Exposure, listen, bro, I've got to shoot off, man, because I've got the missus on the other line, and I'm just
Yes,
outside
Dean.
Tesco.
Pleasure having you
All
out, fella. Fire
right,
as
mate.
always, man.
Anytime you want me on, mate, I'm happy to come on, mate, and just put a few. You know what it is? I've not come on and said too much lately because I can't say.
Yeah.
You know what? I've just been focusing on other things. But when you've got fucking knobheads and muppets and fucking sausages, yeah, try to talk shit. Well, there's something. You got wrongins talking shit. Let's just put it out there for what they are. One batters his mother, the other one's accused of being a nonce, and the other one's a fucking child killer. Yeah, let's just sum it up for what it is. And then these people that run off the back and shout our fucking names. It's not happening no more. Playtime's over. If they want it, we are fucking them. Simple as that. I ain't got time for these fucking sausages. And let me tell you something. If any of these guys that make these black videos and these accounts and you put your face to it, if we see you in Manchester, you're going to get your teeth put to the back of your fucking throats. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? But listen, I appreciate that, lad. And listen, big love to Liverpool as well. I've got a lot of friends over there, brother.
Yes, I know that, lad. Big up to the money firm, brother.
That's the one, bro. But listen, man, if these fucking fools want to start taking it a bit serious, then we'll go serious on them, mate. Because at the end of the day, you got wrongins now trying to live off the
They're
back of
not
it.
bad, that life. The life is a heggie and that's kind of bad, that life, lad. You don't know. You just don't realise.
They don't. At the end of the day, we live in a city where we live in cities where the people function a bit more.
And they're just little village people, aren't they? Right.
Yeah, these people are from. It's like the Dochertys. The Dochertys are no different from them in Carlisle. They shag the sisters and all that. Do you know what I mean? This is what we're dealing with. Inbreds. Well, listen, I suppose I've got to shoot off because obviously I've just got to go and get a few bits from Tesco's, man, and get me.
Yes, team. Pleasure getting you on, kid.
Brother, listen, anytime you want me on, just let me know, yeah?
Yes, Sam, but anytime you want to come on, just hit me up, lad. We'll make it happen. Pleasure, lad. I look forward to your events as well, lad, and hopefully we'll get some fighters.
Yeah, listen, if you're coming down as well, the 3D Fight Club's growing massively, and it's growing to, you know, the production, and, you know, the shows are getting better and better, and you'll see there's been a lot. There's a new members to the team, obviously.
How can people get tickets for that team if they want to see it, or where can they go and watch it?
You can get. I think you can purchase tickets on the door. But you can go to the Fight TV pay-per-view live stream, and you can also go to 3D Fight Club page on Instagram. And then obviously we've got team members there, some serious team members. You know, big players who are part of our team, and they've put it all together. And you can't thank these guys enough for what they've done and the way they've brought 3D Fight Club on. And if you look on 3D Fight Club, the Instagram page, you can purchase tickets on there. But honestly, it'll be a scream. We've got the Ukraine. Yeah. So we've got the Ukraine fighters now off the front line coming over to fight on 3D Fight Club, and all their deeds are going to send back for the Ukrainian people in their country. So if you can get down to the show, lad, or if you've got anyone coming down, just let me know. I'll put the names on the door and we'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, thanks for the shout.
And what I'll do is, if you want me to send you over some stuff for 3D, you can get it out there on your channel as well. I'll send you over some. I'll send you over some more flyers and stuff, some more posters, and people can see.
Yeah.
I said, what I'll do, I'll send you some stuff over with a fight card on it, so people can look at what fights are on there and stuff.
Yeah, because well, how many days is it till the fight now? It's only a few days. The weekend, is it?
Yeah, Friday it is.
Friday. Oh yeah, fuck's sake, it's only a few days. Yeah.
Press conference.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, well, listen,
we'll probably do a live before anyway, and have a good talk about it anyway. Because we've got a couple of fight fans on the channel, so.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do there. We've got the press conference on Thursday, and I'll jump on your live Thursday nights, obviously talking about the show the next day. And just remember, guys, I put a video out there, and I'm a man of my word. I said I'll fight Decca on Sunday. So you got press conference Thursday. You've got the fight show Friday. Saturday, I'm going to go out for something nice to eat with my daughters. Sunday, I'm ready to fight Decca Heggie if he wants to fight, but I'm fighting him under one condition. He brings the fucking munchkin with him. The fucking leprechaun. Yeah. Bring him with him. Brings Douglas Docherty with him. Stood at the side of him. I'll fight him on Sunday. No man of my word. So that's it. Exposure, man.
Yes, Dean, Sabo. Thanks for coming on, lad. I'll open up the panel now, bring some guests on.
All right, brother. See you in a bit.
All right, Dean. Good. God bless, lad. Good night. God bless, mate. There you have it, people. Dean Lynch World. Hey. Good bit of entertainment to start the show, ladies and gents. Let's get the the people on now, PP, good fellas, Dochertys, seen a few in the chat. Just want to jump on, get the show. John Smith's in the building. Big up for Dean for coming on the show. Exposure enjoys the drama. Good bit of entertainment to say. YouTube's livening up. On the second of the sort of dog. If someone wants to jump on. Here we go. Right there, people. So double talk. Let's see what got in the background. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're gonna do, people. I'll end this live and just keep it as that. And then I'll just start another live. Get another live code. Alright, people. So tune in, our schedule will now start at 10:30. Monday Night Raw, open panel.